Amemiya is a countryside gynecologist and a big fan of Ai Hoshino, the star of komachi's idol group. He plays her DVDs on the patient's room TV, and the nurse stops him from disturbing the patients. But he tells her that watching something beautiful is good for the patient's health. Then she tells him to not make it a custom in the hospital. The nurse tells him that his beloved idol Ai is going into hiatus, and then Gorou went to the roof to scream his guts out. Then the nurse told him that he is a lolicon for worshipping a 16-year-old idol. Gorou told her about a patient he knew 4 years ago called Serena, and because he was resident at the hospital he had to slack off in his free time at her room. The girl had a chronic disease, she was 12 years old, and didn't have much time to live. Serena was a huge fan of Ai, she wished to be reborn with a beautiful face like Ai. Gorou told her to stop this reborn nonsense, and she asked him if he imagined being born as a celebrity's child, having the beautiful looks and the connections from the start. Gorou told her that she is cute herself and encouraged her to become an idol after she gets better, and he will be her first fan. She hugs him and asks him to marry her, but he told her that he will consider it when she becomes 16. But Serena knows very well that she has little time to live. Later, after Serena died, Gorou became a fan worshipping Ai, and it was because of Serena. The nurse tells him that he is now really a lolicon after he told her about Serena. Gorou gets back to work, he meets a 16-year-old girl, and from her belly size she is a 20 weeks old pregnant. This girl doesn't have a father, and the man next to her is her guardian. After talking to him, she suddenly takes her hat revealing that she is the idol Ai. Gorou excused them for a minute to vent his shock steam outside, not believing that this girl is his beloved idol and also pregnant. He hears her agency's president asking her about who is the father, but she tells him that it's a secret. Later, after further examination, they find that Ai is carrying twins. I was happy, but Saito was not happy because if she is to be discovered that she gave birth, her career as an idol will be finished along his agency. I asked Gorou for his opinion, he told her to take time thinking about it and do what she really wants. On the roof he was thinking that as a fan he is supporting Ai's happiness, but he can't see her going any further in her idol career if she gave birth, and he asks Serena about her thoughts. Suddenly, Ai enters the roof to see the stars because they are beautiful in the countryside far from Tokyo lights. Gorou tells her that he knows her identity, and he is a big fan of her. He asks her if she will stop being an idol after giving birth. Ai tells him that she will not make it public and she will keep both her children and her career because she didn't have a family, and she is happy that she will have twins, but she can't sacrifice her career which she loves so much. Gorou promises her to perform a safe delivery to her twins, and he will support her happiness as a fan. Months passed and the expected day for delivery arrived. Gorou told Ai he is going home and if she went in labor he will come as soon as possible. Going home, Gorou meets a mysterious figure and that man knows that Ai is staying in this hospital and Gorou is her doctor. Gorou asked for his name or how he knew about Ai being here. Then the man ran away and Gorou chased him. He arrived to a cliff and the man pushed him of it, killing him. Before Gorou died, his memories of Serena telling him about being reborn as a celebrity's child flashed before his eyes. Later, he opens his eyes to find Ai is his new mother. She named him Aquamarine, which was very annoying to him. Gorou, or now Aqua, didn't know how he got reborn or reincarnated with all his memories from his past life and he was eager to discover how that happened. But now he feels blessed to live a baby life and his beloved idol is pampering him. But this pampering is not for him alone, he shares it with his sister Ruby, which he wishes to swap the names with her. Saito told Ai to keep her babies a secret at all costs. He assigns his wife Miyako to take care of the babies, while I will return to the idol career. After the meeting, a little accident happened. I was standing up when Aqua pulled her shirt down. The boy is a baby but with a fan adult mind. Later, Miyake gets tired and sleeps on the couch. Aqua takes advantage and opens the TV to watch his mother announcing her return from hiatus. But she was a bit careless. She was about to talk about her babies. Aqua was so happy of his new life watching his idol lie from this distance, that he felt grateful to the mysterious stalker for pushing him off the cliff and ending his life. Suddenly Ruby wakes up and hurries to his side to watch her mother broadcast, blaming him because he didn't wake her up. It appears that also Ruby is a reborn and also a big fan of Ai. Aqua discovered this someday when he found her waging cyber flame war on the haters who criticize Ai's work. He talked to her, but she is a dummy who got shocked to see a baby talking while she is the same case. Aqua wanted to help Ai give birth to normal children, not this bizarre set of twins. Meanwhile, the stalker was watching Ai's broadcast and was very angry of her making babies as he thinks she tricked him. Later, when I offered Aqua to breastfeed, he strongly refused and sucked on his bottle because he is a grown man inside. But on the other hand, Ruby was taking advantage of her nature rights as Ai's daughter to breastfeed. Aqua was angry at her, but when he knew that she was also a girl in her past life, he let it slide. Suddenly, she tells him to move away because she needs a diaper change. While Miyako was changing the diaper, she was so pissed off because of her status. She married Saito the president and was hoping to work with handsome men, not babysitting some idol's secret babies. She started thinking about selling Ai's secret to a weekly magazine and get good money out of it. Ruby suggested that they take her down, but Aqua refused because of her big body advantage, obviously. Then Miyako started taking photos of the evidence. Then Aqua and Ruby spoke to her and told her that they are a divine messenger, an incarnation of Amaterasu. They told her to take care of Ai and them, and to not harm them, or she will face divine punishment, which is to perish. But if she did everything they say and took care of them, then she will be rewarded with a second marriage to a hot and handsome man. Then she agreed to do anything they want. Later, Ruby's behavior reminded Aqua of Serena in his past life, and how she would be excited when talking about Ai. Then Aqua says her name and Ruby wakes up thinking that he is calling for her, because she is Serena and had been reborn as Ruby, but they don't know their past lives' identities yet. Despite Ai was making progress in these past months, but her paycheck is low and she now needs money to spend on her family. Later, Ruby asked Aqua why their mother has low paycheck. Then he explained to her the bad side of the showbiz business as the royalties is split between the group members and production companies. They turned to Miyako asking why Ai doesn't get much jobs. Then she tells them that being first-class idol is not enough in the showbiz business to become rich. Later, I was feeling down and went surfing online to see the fans' opinions. She found some negative feedbacks, but there was one that affected her the most. He was criticizing her smile because it's too professional that it doesn't feel like human anymore. Ai starts her concert, which her kids were among the audience after they insisted that Miyako bring them to the concert. I was singing and dancing while her mind was thinking about this single comment. Suddenly Aqua and Ruby started cheering for her because the fan instinct took over them after they promised Miyako to not draw any attention. All the audience saw them, and I smiled a genuine smile after seeing how cute her kids are. The video of Aqua and Ruby cheering went viral on the internet, and Saito took Miyako to scold her because she took them to the concert. I found the same user that didn't like her inhuman smile posted a comment expressing his affection for her genuine smile. A year passed and they now can speak without drawing any suspicion. During this time, I was getting many jobs and she had a new job, to take a role in a TV drama, and then Aqua and Ruby insist on going with her to the set as Miyako's children. I meets the director Gatenda. He was a bit scary at first but happened to be a nice man. Aqua and Ruby spent time with the team, but Aqua went for a walk when he faced Gatenda, who told him to not disturb the work by crying or making noise or he will kick him out. Aqua promised him that he will not disturb the recording and will sit quiet, and he kept talking fast like a grown-up, which made Gatenda shocked. Gatenda asked him if he acted before and took a liking to him, and then he gave him his business card to call him anytime he needed him. Aqua asked him to give the work to Ai instead of him. Then Gatenda explained to him the reality of the drama and acting and the role types of the actors, as some draw viewers to the show, and some to provide quality to the acting, and some that the industry invests into, which are the newcomers. Either they survive in the industry or the next newcomers take their place. The set tests start, and I was performing very well, as she used her trick in the music video in her acting so that she glows in the scene. Later, when they were watching the TV drama, they found that I got only one scene as in screen time and the camera wasn't close. Aqua called Gatenda asking him why that happened. He told him that I was too perfect, that the higher-ups decided to cut her screen time, because they are promoting the main actor as a beautiful girl with good acting skills. Gatenda offered Aqua a job for Ai to act in a movie that he directs, but on one condition, that Aqua will appear in the same movie. Aqua accepts his offer and goes to the filming set, and while they were in the resting room, Ruby was so upset because she wants to get pampered by her mother, and Ai's scenes are filmed in different days. A red-haired kid interrupts them and expresses her anger, because she doesn't accept an amateur like Aqua to appear with her in the movie. She introduces herself as Kana Arema, and then Ruby tells Aqua that she is known as the genius child actor who can lick baking soda like that, and then Kana corrects her to the genius child actor who can cry in 10 seconds flat. Kana told them that she watched Ai's last drama and how much she got screen time, and then she tells them that maybe her performance is bad, that she didn't get much screen time. After what they heard, they wanted to finish her off, but they couldn't because she is still a kid. Later, they started filming. Aqua and Kana's role are to be a creepy children in the entrance of a creepy village. Kana's acting was perfect and Aqua knew that he can't even compete with her acting, but he knew why Gatenda chose him to appear in this scene especially, which was added in a haste and wasn't in the movie script. Gatenda didn't want him to act because he is already creepy when speaking like a grown-up in his child body. His performance shocked Kana and also sent a real chill down the main actress's spine. Kana cried and shouted asking Gatenda to reshoot the scene because Aqua acting was better than her, but he refused. Later, Gatenda told Aqua that the most important thing in acting is the communication skills, to behave well and get liked on set, because if the other actors or the crew started to dislike you, job offers will start to decrease until finally die out, and it will be the finish of the acting career. Gatenda thanked him because he knew how he imagined the scene would be, and Aqua acted according to it without getting words from him. Kana later vowed to not let Aqua be better than her in the next time they met. 3 years have passed since Aqua was born, and after that film came out, I got more job and more popular, but until now, his corpse, Gorou, hasn't been found and still missing. Aqua and Ruby enrolled into preschool, and one day Aqua asked Ruby about her past life, but she lied and told him that she was a grown adult woman. Later, they had a dancing class and Ruby ran outside, and then Aqua followed her, and she tells him that she can't dance, and she didn't do it before. Then Aqua told her that despite he doesn't know her circumstances in her past life, she still has a long life to live. Ruby was afraid of any exercise, because in her past life as Serena, she was disabled and can barely hold herself standing without falling. At home, Ruby tried dancing but she always fall on the ground, but I came and encouraged her to dance. Because Ruby was always watching Ai's dancing in her past life, she was a perfect dancer and Aqua was mesmerized of her performance. Someday, I heard Aqua and Ruby was talking about their father, and on a whim she contacted him and told him about his children and gave him her new address. They later celebrate Ai's success that in the next week they will be having a concert in a dome, which is a venue not easy to get. Only few get there. Even if they have money, they can't just go and reserve it. Saito told Ai to not try to meet their father, and she lied and told him okay. She remembered when Saito scouted her the first time they met. She told him her background and how she doesn't have a family. She was a hateful human that can't be an idol who loves her fans. Saito told her that it's okay to lie and tell your fans that you love them, because someday her lies will become true. In the day of the dome concert, her doorbell rings and she goes to open the door to find that it's a fan of hers. This man was the same stalker that pushed Gorou off the cliff. He congrats Ai for her dome concert and asks about her twins, and then he stabs her with a dagger. Aqua gets out finding his mother bleeding. The man accused Ai of lying and she confessed that she was lying, but she was hoping that her lying by telling her fans that she loves them will eventually become true. She told him that she remembers him, coming to meet her in every handshaking event, and she still has his stardust, which she is displaying in her living room, that he gave her as a present, and even now, she is trying to love him as her fan from her heart. The guy couldn't handle the guilt and ran away. Aqua calls the ambulance, and as a previous doctor he knows that her wound is fatal. I spent her last moments with her children hoping that someday Ruby will become an idol and Aqua will become an actor, and then she tells them, "I love you," for her first time, and she was happy that she finally said it without feeling that she was lying. Then the light in her eyes burned out while embracing her son Aqua. The news of Ai dying came out fast, and her fans was grieving for losing her, and then the stalker who stabbed her couldn't live with the guilt and finished himself off later. Ruby surfed the internet and found all the brutal anonymous comments about her mother's death. Later, Miyuki offered them to be their mother on the papers. Even if they don't see her as their mother, she considers them her kids. Aqua knew that Ruby will continue her life, because she has a pure heart, but to him, he felt like his life ended with Ai's death. Suddenly, he remembered that the man who pushed him is the same man who stabbed Ai, and he was only a student who can't make a detective work. There was someone too close to Ai that gave him the location of the hospital and her new address that she was just moved to. With the narrow social circle of Ai, he deducted that the only man behind her death is his father, and the only way to know him is to search for him in the entertainment industry, and do a DNA test to his hair. Now Aqua has a reason to live for, which is to revenge Ai's death. He goes to Gothanda, and asks him to raise him so that he gets involved in the industry from a young age. Years passed, and now the two siblings are old and in their high school years, and a new story begins. And that's the end of the video. Please tell me your opinion, and like the video. Take care, and stay tuned for the next episode.